Hey YouTubers, what's up? This is your boy Dennis Freeman Jr. here. So today I am here to give you guys an unboxing of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 Avengers Assemble 10-disc collection set. Man, that's a mouthful. So anyway, this collection set was originally supposed to have been released back in September of last year when the Avengers came out on DVD and Blu-ray, but the problem is that weeks before its release, Marvel was caught up in a lawsuit with Rimowa, which was a German suitcase company that supplied Marvel Studios with the said briefcase. And the thing is that they weren't supposed to use the case for any other purposes outside of the movie, as they didn't gain the rights to do so. So as a result, the box set was delayed and it didn't get released until April 2nd. So on the side of the box here, it lists how inside of the box you get Blu-ray versions of Iron Man, Iron Man 2, and The Incredible Hulk. And then you also get 3D Blu-ray as well as regular Blu-ray versions of Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Marvel's The Avengers. Now, on the back of the case, it also lists everything that comes inside of it, though, but I'll be glad to show you what all comes inside of it because this is an unboxing. So, let's crack this bad boy open. So, here we got the Shield briefcase. Now, it's not bad, though. I mean, I like it. It's something different, though. It would have been a little bit more cooler if it was the one from the movie, but hey, what can you do? So there is a button here at the top of the suitcase where when you press it, the Shield emblem lights up. And then, now to open it, you just pull open these two flaps right here. And inside of it is everything that comes in. Now, probably the first thing that you might take notice of is, of course, the Tesseract, which is right here. Now, the Tesseract is supposed to interactively respond to motion. Now, I'm just going to turn off the lights for a second so that you guys can see this because I don't know how well you'll see it in the light. So, if you were to tap on it at least just once, then it does like that. But tap it again twice, it goes even faster, though. So it's like two light sequences that better show off the way that the Tesseract glows. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Nothing too impressive, but it's cool. Now, just a sec. So now the next thing that we have inside of here, it includes, as I said before, regular Blu-ray versions as well as 3D Blu-ray versions of the Avengers, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Thor. And I like how these are all done in Art Deco style because it really makes it look really cool. So I like that. And then it also includes regular Blu-ray versions of Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man 2. And then here is a bonus disc, which is known as Shield Avengers Initiative, which is all the behind-the-scenes information of Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it will also feature certain deleted scenes that you may not have seen before if you previously owned any of the Blu-rays or DVDs. So ultimately, that's 7 different Blu-ray cases, which I think is pretty kick-ass. Now, aside from this, now another thing that they have in the case is these Shield case files. Now, inside of these case files actually contains memorabilia from the various films. So there's 5 of them. One from S.H.I.E.L.D., one for Captain America, one for Thor, one for The Incredible Hulk. I'm sorry, one for Tony Stark, Iron Man, and then one for Bruce Banner, the Hulk. So first off, I'll go through the Tony Stark one because I consider that one to be my favorite. And also this one, I believe, amongst the 5 has the most stuff inside of it. So here you have a copy of the blueprints for the arc reactor, the original one that was developed between Howard Stark and Anton Vanko, and this was seen in Iron Man 2 when Anton's son Ivan was looking through it trying to build his own. And then here is like paper foldouts of the blueprints for the Mark I Iron Man suit that Tony and Yinsen was creating back when the two were in captivity. Now, I've been trying to figure out ways how to like line them up so it can properly show how the armor's supposed to look. But I'll work on it eventually. But it's pretty cool though, because at least it's nice for you to try and do it yourself. Here, it also has this napkin, which pretty much was like something written by Tony that talks about how Stark Industries no longer manufactures weapons. And then you also have a brochure from the Stark Expo from 1964, which was featured in Iron Man 2. And then you also have this newspaper article called Who is the Iron Man, which was seen towards the end of the first Iron Man movie, just before Tony was about to go and do a press conference. And then this here is a business card from Aldrich Killian, who is going to be one of the main characters in the upcoming Iron Man 3 movie. And then here you have a ticket for the Stark Expo, the more recent one. So that's pretty cool, and it looks like an actual ticket. And then this here is a page from Howard Stark's journal when Tony was reading through it, trying to find another way to find an alternate element that could be used to power the arc reactor as opposed to the palladium, which was seen in Iron Man 2. So this all comes inside of the Iron Man folder. So that's really nice, though. So, I mean, I paid practically $150 for this, and in my best opinion, I think it was the best $150 I ever spent, though. And I've been impressed with everything I've seen so far. So now here in the Bruce Banner Incredible Hulk folder, we got obviously, it looks like a folder that is addressed from Nick Fury that just talks about the Hulk and a number of things. And as you can see, they did the whole Black Ops kind of thing where they black out certain things, though, the stuff they don't want you to see. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty government-like. And then here are the blueprints for the trucks that was armed with the sonic cannons that was supplied by Stark Industries that the Army used against the Hulk in the movie. So that's pretty sweet. And then here is a label for the Pingo Dolce drink, which was of course though from that factory where Bruce Banner was working in, and when he had accidentally cut himself and a drop of blood fell into the bottles and he was trying to stop it so that they wouldn't get shipped out. So that was pretty nice. And then this here is a label from the cryogenic tube where General Ross was trying to extract some of the gamma radiation, or at least from what was considered to be a supposed super soldier serum, which he intended to use on Blonsky. Then here is a research database article about Dr. Ross and her work. And then this here is a newspaper article that talks about the attack at Culver University between the Hulk and the Army. So the Hulk folder has some nice stuff. Then next up we have the Thor folder. Inside of here it contains a page from the book that Dr. Selvig was reading in the local library, which talked about the Bifrost and a number of legends in Norse mythology. And then on the reverse page you see a drawing of Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. This right here is a picture, so to speak, of the cosmic event when Dr. Jane Foster and her team were trying to study the event, and then when Darcy had pointed out to Jane how it looked like someone was in that event, and it was revealed to be Thor, and then that's when they tried to seek him out, though, to try and gain answers to the event. Here is Dr. Jane Foster's ID badge, and then this here is the fake driver's license that they had made up for Thor after he tried to reclaim Mjolnir from a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility, and of course S.H.I.E.L.D. knew it was fake. I always considered that pretty funny. And then this here is a drawing of Yggdrasil, the world tree, from which later in the movie when Thor had did the drawing for Jane to show how where he comes from, a place where science and magic is one and the same. And it looks pretty cool, though. I like the way that it's illustrated. And then here, finally, is Thor's wristband that he was wearing when he was in the hospital. Yep, so that's everything from the Thor folder. Next is the Captain America folder. Now, the Captain America folder, though, of course, as you may notice, it says SSR, though, the Strategic Scientific Research. Now, this of course predated SHIELD, so that's why the folder doesn't look as modernized as the other ones. So inside, you have a picture of Steve Rogers before he was administered the Super Soldier Serum. And here, this lists this is like a file that the SSR had made about Steve Rogers, and then it talks about all of his basic information as well as some of his health deficiencies. And then here are the Captain America trading cards that Agent Coulson often spoke so fondly of and was hoping to get Captain America's autograph. So that's pretty nice. And then this here is the physical exam sheet that the doctor toward the beginning of the movie was reading when he read about Steve's physical abilities, though. Because asthma, scarlet fever, rheumatic fever, pseumotis, chronic and frequent colds, and all that, man, that is one sickly person. So here, this was also a notice of a fraudulent application showing how the Army became aware of how Steve had applied for the Army in 5 different cities and had lied on his enlistment form. And then this here is from the denied slip, though, when they said that he wasn't eligible for military service, because typically if one is considered to be accepted, it would say 1A as opposed to 4F. And then here it also lists a cutout of Sharon Carter. I'm sorry, Peggy Carter. And this was kept inside of Steve's pocket watch. And then this right here is a drawing that Steve had made when he was at the camp in Italy just before he was about to mount a rescue operation trying to find Bucky and any of the other captured men. So that pretty much does it for those for at least the 4 main Avengers folders. And then here we have the SHIELD folder. Now, of course, in the previews they listed it as top secret, but inside it pretty much comes with like a badge and everything that reveals like a special code to where you go online, as well as a special decoder. And then it also features a card from Agent Phil Coulson. And then here it just lists instructions on how to use the Tesseract. And here is a certificate of authenticity showing that this collection set is in fact the real deal. And then it has pictures of the Tesseract, both a more modern one and one that was taken sometime after Howard Stark was able to recover the Tesseract from the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. And then here is a SHIELD file about the Tesseract with some stuff being classified towards the end. And then here is a SHIELD personnel file about Agent Romanoff, aka the Black Widow. And then here is another SHIELD personnel file about Agent Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. And then this here is kind of also talks about item 47, and so the decoder would also be used on this page, though, but I won't explain where. I'll let you find that out for yourself should you get one. And so pretty much, though, this is all what comes inside. So altogether, though, the Marvel Cinematic Universe collection set, I think, was is a pretty good investment, and especially if you're a collector and if you like collecting such things, so then this would definitely be a must-have for any die-hard Marvel collector, though. And so I'm really happy about it, and I think it was, and I really like it, though. I mean, I enjoyed it immensely, and plus I do like a lot of the special features that they have in there too. So I would say, though, that if you're really a fan of Marvel, though, then I think this collection is definitely a must, though. And I hope, though, that once the movies with Phase 2 conclude, I hope that they would do the same thing with those type of movies, or maybe something a little bit different, but, you know, still the same kind of premise with them being collected in some way, shape, or form. But ultimately, that's my unboxing. So if you like it, though, then scoop one up, though. Alright, then. Well, I showed you guys an unboxing of the Marvel Cinematic Universe collection set, though. So alright, you guys. Peace out.